Welcome back to this episode of Dirt Road Sessions. I'd like to start today by um, kind of talking about guarding your mind. And what we let in shapes how we think, how we feel, and how we live ultimately. Um, so let's dig into why your peace is starts with what you choose to put in your brain and in your mind. But I want to start with a little story. I was left yesterday driving out of the mountainous region of northwest Arkansas, heading down to the flatlands, farmlands of South Arkansas on my way down to Shreveport for meetings. I'm in meetings today and tomorrow. And when I take these trips, I always like to find little places to pull over and kind of break up the drive and try to find something new. And I had talked myself into stopping at this little place called Boggy Creek outside of Fouke, Arkansas, other side of Ashdown, really. A lot of people probably won't know about that place, but I had made up my mind I was going to stop by Boggy Creek and track down that old Fouke monster that terrorized the Ford family all those years ago, back in 1971. And I think they made a movie. Well, I know they made a movie about it, but I think it was 1972. They made a movie called Legend of Boggy Creek. You might have heard of that. But to my dismay, as I walked around the area, they had torn the house down, but the monster was still elusive. So I didn't get a chance to track him down or find him. But anyway, it was fun, just kind of going out that way and putting a mental picture with the movie that I'd seen all those years ago. But when I got back in the truck and looked around, I had found myself on this turn row between two fields. In one field, I think the farmer, they were obviously cut, but the farmer had planted and grown cotton. The other one, I think, was probably going to be soybeans or whatever. But anyway, it reminded me of a story. And I'm going to kind of talk about this, and it's going to relate to guarding your mind. A farmer plants two fields separated by a turn row, and on the one field, the farmer went in and planted corn, and on the other field, he planted this other seed that is called nightshade or belladonna, which is a poisonous plant. It seems like every part of that plant is some type of toxic. But the whole point of this is the ground really doesn't care what the farmer plants. He plants corn in one field. He takes 2 to 3 kernels and plants it, and out of that comes a stalk with a handful of ears of corn, and each one of the ears of corn has anywhere from 700 to 800 kernels of corn on it. So it grew what the farmer planted. Across the turn row over there, he planted the deadly poisonous plant called nightshade, and it returned in the same plant, the deadly poison. And again, the whole point being is the ground doesn't care what the farmer plants. It's going to give back what is put in it, and that's the same as our mind. Our mind is fertile. What we put in our mind and what we plant in our mind is going to return to us, in some cases more than what we put in. But the good thing is we get to choose what we put in it, and I think it's very, very important heading into the holiday season that we kind of guard what we put in our minds, because the holiday season can be difficult enough when it comes to a lot of us experiencing loss and just the shortened days and longer nights and things of that nature can kind of take its toll on a person. But I think we need to kind of take heed and watch what we put in our brain, especially during this time, because again, remember what goes in is going to come out, and most of the time it's going to come out in abundance. Anyway, I'm not going to read any chapters tonight. That was just kind of on my mind as I sat through the meetings today, and I wanted to kind of share that story a little bit. I've talked about it a couple of times, and in I guess some late night sessions. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. Again, I always like to end by head on over to my YouTube page, Keith Hurst Dirt Road Sessions, and give it a like and subscribe and maybe share if you can, and kind of help me grow that community a little bit. And hopefully we can help some people along the way. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless.